Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Bashem Rakak Wadash. My name is Shakaba from Plain Tables Camp of Philly. This elder apostle, a few days ago, or no, it was a few days ago. It says black women are suffering a special, so you meant curse, or from the Most High. He has course here. And he has the link to the video. I'm going to play the video. Play his video first.
Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakak. Shalom to the hopefully elect out there. And I'm going to entitle this video, Black Women Are Under a Special Curse from the Most High. I'm not going to say much about it, but I want you to watch this video. Black women hit hard by crime in Chicago. This was put up 2 days ago. And the main victim of crime in Chi-Town are black women, Israelite women of the Southern Kingdom, mainly Judahite women. So I only watched not a little bit more than 2 minutes in, and I said, well, I got to do a little something more on this. So, for you, all your degrees and all that you do, you're under curse. You're under a special curse from the Most High. You're under a special curse from the Most High. Anyway, watch the video. I'll leave the link in the description box. With that, I'm going to say shalom.
So I have Deuteronomy 28 and Isaiah 3rd chapter. And we're going to play some of this video. Not all of it, like 2 minutes. Look like her. All right, I'll watch 2 minutes. Link will be in the description box in my video also.
Today we are embarking on a journey, but especially,
I'd say,
for the first time, the truth about who criminals are really targeting. It's people who look like me. Our investigation exposes the causes and consequences of black women at risk.
we begin tonight with breaking news. Reports of multiple people shot on the city's west side.
It's all we think about.
Multiple suspects walked up to the victim demanding his car.
Our biggest fear.
Breaking tonight, 4 teens, 3 15-year-olds and 1 16-year-old, all shot while on a front porch.
Being the next victim of a crime.
The man stumbled down the Chinatown platform, bleeding from his neck from a gunshot wound.
But what are your chances?
We're not just talking about 1 or 2 robberies here. We're talking dozens of them.
Who's really the most at risk? Is it white men, white women, Asians, Hispanics, black men? No, it's not. It's women who look like Tonia Thomas.
It's scary.
According to Chicago police crime data for 2022, when you look at all the offenses, count all the victims, black women are the most at risk.
It's not fair.
Unfair because that 67,000 means 25% of crime victims are black women. But they make up only 16% of Chicago's population. And when the CBS 2 investigators kept digging, we discovered even more disturbing data. Black women represented more than a third of kidnappings, 35% of assaults, 38% of batteries attacked and injured, 40% of rape victims. And let this sink in. Black women are 52% of human trafficking victims. Remember, they're only 16% of the population.
To have to navigate through life knowing that you'll potentially become a victim of a crime, primarily because of your race and your gender combined, it's not fair.
Thomas survived a rape.
This is all the paperwork from the hospital.
But she still feels the pain.
What happened to me, it won't go away.
It happened here, this West Side apartment building, at a friend's party.
I did have a couple of drinks, but...
Right, so, yeah, I don't believe her. But that's not the point. This is the educated black woman, and she's uncovered. She has the traditional, yes, a tradition now, weave package. She thinks she's smarter than so-called black men, and the Lord basically said, fuck her. She's going to send you out to the wolves. The Lord put a special curse amongst Judah. All right. because Judah's supposed to know better. They're the head tribe, not the women. I'm talking about the men, but they're the counterpart of the so-called black man, right? And it's a special curse on Judah. All right. Now these curses go on all the tribes when you go to Deuteronomy 28, but many of them are concentrated on Judah. All right. Now we start at Deuteronomy 28 and 54. All right. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward his wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave. All right, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat. It's talking about the different sieges. You have 70 AD. When the Romans besieged Jerusalem, that was one time when cannibalism took place. All right, but we look up here, this is referring to all time periods in which when the curses came on us. All right, that when certain Israelites get to situations, the man is just going to say, to hell with his wife and to hell with his children. All right, and you have that going on right now. It says, so that he will not give to any of them the flesh of his children whom he shall eat in the siege, because he hath nothing left him in the siege, and in the straitness wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates. And you have men, Israelite men, so-called black men, all right, amongst all the tribes also, but focusing on Judah right now. All right. So you got the drug thing going on down there in Southwest America, the whole prison system, the different classifications of Issachar and the drugs coming in and all. It's a whole bunch of shit with that. All right. But I know I'm more familiar with the Judah. All right. Because he had nothing left for him to see. So what? They fighting for resources. They fighting for money and territory, and a name, which is all wicked and evil. All right. So the only way that these so-called black men see a way to make money is just to rob and kill and steal, like home invasions, a Grand Theft Auto, selling drugs, getting a connect in Canada or Mexico. All right. So you got these wicked ass men that are being evil toward their wives and their children and to the public. All right. Let's see if I can get some more out of that. All right. His eye, let's go back to 54. His eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom. All right. It's really referring to just, the other Israelites in general, not only like a male. All right. It says a relative, kinship, same tribe. All right. So sometimes when you see, especially in this context, it says brothers, it's not just referring to a male. All right. The point is, Moses is describing that the Israelite man is going to be evil toward other Israelites, but to rob, kill, steal, to get money, and because they have an ego, they feel disrespected. Some of them are extreme narcissists. All right. Relationship. All right. Relative, kinship, same tribe. All right, brother. That's what it's referring to. Brothers, referring to brothers, sisters, different people that are of the same tribe, not only just a male. All right. So that the man that is tender and delicate among you, and very delicate, tender and among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward his wife of his bosom. All right. It's like this woman wasn't the wife of anyone, but this was the relative, a relative, because we're all the tribes were related. We all come from Judah. All right. And then Benjamin, his father was Benjamin, and then you got Levi's father was Levi. So we're related. So this would be a relative of another Judahite. All right. And the woman, it says that the tender, Deuteronomy 28 and 56, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. See the penalty, for Judah going off, they get murdered and they get locked up in jail and they getting humbled. The woman, they're getting robbed and abused. So they're both being punished. Just getting punished in different ways. All right. So they're all under the curse. All right. 28:56. A tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. All right. Let's look up delicateness and tenderness. It's how feminine the black woman used to be. Ainag, to be soft, delicate, dainty. This is not the black woman today. To be soft, dainty, pampered, to be happy about, take exquisite delight, to make merry over, to make sport of, delicate, dainty, pampered, comfort. Yeah, very feminine. You got rock, tenderness, delicate, tender, gentle, kind. You got finesseness or intricacy to texture or structure. All right, you can break that down. The tender, at the same words. Let's see this one. Not same one. Weak, yeah, timid, soft. All right, it's a little better one. All right. For delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. Yeah, they don't even know that their behavior is making them destroy these young people's lives, and their behavior, and them kind of trying to control the behavior and the police the man's penis. That's evil. All right. They think they're doing good. They think they're being normal. All right, by being a damn demon, by sewing a dead person's hair on your head. All right, by getting the education, they're not getting the husband. All right, because they're unspiritual. They don't have a spirit to tell when someone's a decent man. Not to be, you're not supposed to be in no goddamn house party. All right, but again, they're not in the faith, so they're going to get they're under the curse. The curses are sticking heavy to them. They don't have a defense. They're not covered. Their sexuality is public. Their sexuality is not private. All right. So therefore, they're under the curse. And toward her young ones that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children. And you got women going to the school to fight the girl that's messing with the daughter, and the daughter are getting to fight with the daughter to fight the other woman. That's totally destructive. The forwardness and the masculine attitude of these black women is horrendous because they're under the curse. Now you see that, and you just stay away. And if you go into them, make sure it's on them and not in them. All right, or just don't even engage. All right. For she toward her feet, and toward her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege, and in straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in thy gates. And that was during the time of 70 AD, when our people resorted to cannibalism, the ones that were left in land of Israel that were besieged. All right. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of the law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear the glorious and fearful name Yahweh thy God, Yahweh Elohim or Elohia. Let's see. Yeah, Elohia, Elohiyaka. Yahweh Elohiyaka. All right, our God, then the plague will make thy plagues wonderful, and plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. Yeah, you have a lot of them are fat, they're out of shape. These are curses from the Most High because of our transgressions. Sicknesses that we got, different stomach problems and obesity, alopecia for the women. I think that's how you say it. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou shalt be that thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. And every sickness, this is the 61st verse, and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. Yeah, like I don't think obesity was a plague that was written. All right, being fucking being stupid is one of the curses. Shall smite thee with madness. Let's see, Control F, madness. 28, Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Yeah, you like don't drink soda and you'll keep drinking soda. You're blind. You know, you get with thug dudes because you see power in that. Fast money, partying. The Lord blinded you. It's not talking about being physically blind. It's spiritually. You can't. You have the ability. You don't have the ability to make wise decisions because you can't see that being with that person is going to get you put to death or seriously injured. All right. These women are not in the faith, and they're going to absorb the maximum amount of curses. All right. Every Israelite in their time, their proper time. All right. And these women in Chicago seem to be suffering, so they must be a special, especially wicked. All right, let's look at some more of her video.
But nothing too crazy.
Pictures of a happy, smiling Thomas were taken just minutes before she felt dizzy and went to the bathroom. The police report details the horrors of the criminal sexual assault.
I remember being in the bathroom with my the person who assaulted me, and I remember just trying to like get out of the restroom, but I couldn't get out.
The car was parked actually right there on the corner, right before the stop sign.
Even when it comes to nonviolent crimes and reports where police record race, Black women,
I couldn't believe it,
like Evelyn Sparks, are targets. Black women account for 24% of property thefts, arson 28%, car thefts 29%. Again, they're only 16% of the population.
You could see it out the window.
A 2019 Kia.
I parked there every day.
But in less than 10 minutes, it was gone. Photos of a trashed Kia found by police an hour later.
Somebody to take something that you worked so hard for, it just makes you feel very violated.
Why are they targets? Because they're, if you want to call it, easy prey. Yes, yeah.
Geneva Brown is a professor of criminology at DePaul University.
We just had an unfortunate Officer Preston who was killed. She was on her way home at 1:40 in the morning, and she was a target of a robbery, disproportionately. Black women are working third shift jobs. Black women are in communities where there is a lack of a middle class, a lack of
Yeah, Black women shouldn't be working. So, I mean, they under a special curse, you know, whether that happened to her or not. You know, the chick in the bathroom with a victim. You know, she shouldn't have been at the party. You know, that's that's unfortunate. All right. They're both culprits. They're both wicked. The dude that did it was wicked, and she's wicked. Because she speaks with a soft voice and she looks humble. Man, you don't fool me. All right. The Lord made him do that, and you being the victim of that because y'all both wicked, evil people. All right. And the next thing that's going to happen is you're going to be microchipped. All right. And you may or may not make it until you burnt up with the missiles, the nuclear fire. All right. You might get chipped and burnt up with the nuclear fire, or you might get chipped and then put to death. All right. That's how uncovered the Israelite woman is. All right. And Israelite man, you uncovered too. Because if you're not teaching, all right, or being trained up to teach, you're gonna be judged. All right. If you're not helping out the ministry, all right, you're gonna be judged. And when your judgment comes through, it's either going to be you're going to be forgiven, or you're going to be put to death. All right. These penitent looking faces. You think the Lord gives a fuck about how the black woman's face looks? You're all a fucking wicked. All right. The Lord, Yahushua, is the coldest spirit you'll ever meet. In so much that he killed the whole world with the flood. So if the Lord killed the whole world with the flood, all right, the firstborn of every child in Egypt, do you think that he cares about how sad the black woman looks in the stories that she tells? No word that I can ever say can top the actions of the Most High and His Son. He gives the commission to the spirits, Yahweh, which is Yahweh Shai, and the other angels, and they carry out the Most High's bidding. All right. So the Lord can see right through her penitent looking face. The Lord can see right through her penitent looking face, and Yahweh Shai don't give a damn. All right. You're gonna be judged no matter how sad you look. How attractive you are. He made your face and he made your mind, and he's going to destroy both of them however he sees fits.
Are in communities where there is a lack of a middle class, a lack of a economic foundation that would deter this type of behavior.
Where they live, when they work, and listen to this, how they are perceived by criminals put a target on the backs of black women.
You know that you're in a neighborhood where crime is the norm and not the exception. You're in a neighborhood where you know that the police are slow to respond. It creates that atmosphere where, unfortunately, you have people who feel empowered to become bolder or to continue to commit offenses until they're caught.
Why does it always have to be me? When do I get a break? When can I have some peace?
You don't, because you're full of evil. You're wicked. You're full of wickedness. All right. I'll go to the 15th verse. They're blind. So I don't know how well it's going to come up with describe blindness, but it's not talking about you can't see out of your eyeballs. All right. We got a war one, if I'm saying that right, a war one. All right, I'm rolling right. All right. Blindness. That's all it says. Blindness. Stagger, making them helplessly wild. Well, that's a good definition. Making them helplessly wild. Helpless. It's probably not going to come. With no ability to act or help oneself. All right, and that's how she's pouring her heart out. All right, to the damn news. They can't even help themselves. She always has to be a victim because you're wicked. You're not in line with the Holy Spirit that's going to help you and guide you. A lot of you just need to fucking move. All right. Every place is not like Chicago. I'm not saying it's perfectly, it's completely safe, but I'm not worried about. Well, I do keep my head in a swivel, but I'm relatively not concerned about getting robbed or getting a car stolen, or if it happened, I have different things set up that will help me. All right, you can imagine what they are. I have different things set up that if something happens, in the midst or after, I can take care of it. All right, but these women are just fucking helpless, making them helplessly wild. Helplessly mean, with no ability to act or help oneself because they're not covered. See, the hopeful elect, how Shad Rogers are, we're covered. So when things happen to us, we have plans either in the moment to secure or after we get security. But these women are just uncovered, wild. Let's go back. Why does it always have to be her? Because you're uncovered, and this is going to increase. This is going to get worse. All right, and I have zero. The Lord, not just me. The Lord has no sympathy for you. He made your face look all penitent and shit like that. You don't get. The Lord killed the whole world and saved just an ark. You think he gives a damn about the sadness on a black woman's face? Hell no.
Until they're caught.
Why does it always have to be me? When do I get a break? When can I have some peace? I hear those words quite often in the work that I do.
Gabrielle Molden Carwell works as a trauma therapist, helping black women cope with their emotional pain.
It's disheartening, and it causes self-doubt because something must be wrong with me.
She knows the trauma of sexual assault.
Well, yeah, something is wrong with you. All right. Something definitely is wrong with you. Not her particular. She's I guess therapist, a trauma therapist, something like that. So the women that she counsels, something is wrong because you're living your life wrong. So bad things are going to happen to you. All right, and you're gonna have these stories amongst these black women. A lot of them are being either they're making it up or it actually happened, but their story is they've been assaulted in some way. All right. And the reason why they're being assaulted because they are uncovered. All right.
Not just because she treats survivors.
I've seen it in my mom.
She's lived with it.
I've seen it in my grandmother on my mom's side. I've seen it for myself.
And how old were you?
I was 12.
In the year 2000.
And she has a Gucci belt on. All that fat. Little front, little kangaroo pouch. Yeah. They're going to be judged. It's at 5 minutes, 45 seconds. I'll let you watch the rest on your own. Link will be in the description box. And let's bring out, I'd say, the third chapter. And 16th verse, it says, Judah's women denounced. It says, moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks. Let's look at that. We got Natah, extended, inclined, bent, to be stretched out, meaning proud. Your head is high up. All right. To stretch out or to extend. To stretch out or extend. To stretch forth, stretch out. All right. Because a woman's head is supposed to be down. Show humility. Haughty, proud, walk with stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes. 8265. 8265. 8265. It's 8285. All right. We got Shakur to ogle. Deliberate, unprovoked, ogle. To stare at in a lecturous manner. All right. Wanton, ogling eyes, the women of Jerusalem, Isaiah 3:16, feminine plural. Eye with envy or hatred, to make the eyes look around, as done by wanton and impudent women, Isaiah. All right. We got lascivious person, especially a woman. All right. And stretch forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord shall smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. All right. Because at one time, our women's sexuality was private. Now it's public. We got Poth. So secret parts, hinges, secret parts, meaning sexuality. All right. Now, instead of wearing the bracelets and the mufflers and the headbands, now they're wearing their you see their cleavage, you see the shape of their ass, their legs, the lip gloss. Now you see all that now. Now it's public. It's not secret anymore. All right, and they're going to continue to catch hell until the Lord destroys them. Therefore, the Lord will smite thee with the scabs. And that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls and their round tires like the moon, the chains and their bracelets and their mufflers and their bonnets and their ornaments of the legs of their headbands and their tablets and the earrings and the rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. That's a big one right there. Mock, decay, rottenness. To be rotten. It's talking about their vagina and their breasts and their hair. It's going to stink. Let's look it up. No, not the damn band. The state of being putrid, decaying or rotten, emitting a fetid smell, impureness, fetid me, smelling extremely unpleasant. I don't think I need to go into details what that means. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, there shall be a rent, meaning it's going to be fat. And instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of stomacher, or a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. So you have a lot of them that's going to look like the damn rocky, like a street that need to be redone. That's the curse that they're under. That men shall fall by the sword, and that mighty men of war, and that mighty men in the wars. All right. So that's the curse that Judah is under. All right. Specifically the woman, as pertaining to this lesson. All right. So now how do you recover from this fucked up curse? Two scriptures is Hosea 5:14. For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion, and as a young lion to the house of Judah. I will tear and go away. I will take away, and none shall rescue him. All right. Goes back to Deuteronomy 28. It says that no man shall buy thee. All right. So that's the punishment for transgressing the Lord's law and order. And the Most High sent Yahushua to recover his people. So we got to take heed to the teachings of Yahushua. All right. Which he gets from his father, Yahweh. All right. Yahushua is the first spirit created of the Father. So we're supposed to worship him and learn of him. All right. So the Lord said he's going to send a lion to totally destroy both the northern and southern kingdom. Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction they will seek me early. Just look up acknowledge. Asham. See, because a lot of our people don't believe that they're doing wrong. All right. To be held guilty. So until you accept that your life is going in the wrong direction, that you've been fucking up, that you've been doing wicked things, those curses are going to stick to you. All right. Like oxygen. All right. They're going to follow you and you're going to get punished, beaten, and then you're going to get put to death eventually. All right. And you got those black women suffering in Chicago. All right. Acknowledgement. Acknowledge your offense. They think, oh, it ain't nothing wrong with sewing a dead person's hair in my head. Ain't nothing wrong with going to parties drinking. Ain't nothing wrong with the showing my breasts and my cleavage and it's showing your body. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what they believe. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. All right. So until you acknowledge your offense, you're going to continue to be put under them curses. You're going to continue to be uncovered, and you're going to keep meeting ain't shit dudes that's going to just fuck you, pound you out, and toss your ass to the side of the road until you die, until you end up in your late 40s and 50s, and then you're going to get put to death by some disease. All right, that's a cycle. That's your future. All right, to be held guilty. They think they're doing the right thing. All right, man too. You think they're going in the right direction, and you keep getting all this evil. All right, because you have not repented and took heed to the words of the prophets. All right, I will go return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. How do you seek the Lord's face? Through his prophets. Now we are the prophets of Yahweh, his son Yahweh Shai. In their affliction, they would seek me early. All right, but they're seeking government help. They pray going to church, praying. Nope, you're going to get more curses. More curses going to pile on you. All right, it's going to increase. All right. Part 2 says, Joel 2:32 says, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call in the name of Yahweh shall be delivered. All right, he revealed his son, Yahweh Shai. So we call in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, the Father, Yahweh Shai, the Son. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as Yahweh has said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. All right. So that's how you get healed. All right. By taking heed. So I'll leave that there. That's why they're under the curses. And to get out of those curses, you have to change your life. And we're still going to be under them, but we ain't going to be experiencing the shit that these evil, wicked ass Israelites are experiencing in certain parts of Chicago. All right, so hope you edified. Shalom.